All right, let's see what happened. Hopefully I didn't lose it all. This is the downfall to this game. Hey everybody, it's Captain Adonis, and we are today on ARC L1. We are going to do a little tutorial on prospector mining in the Aaron Belt. So if you haven't done this before, if you're new to mining, or if you've been mining on planets, I feel this is a little bit safer way of going. You don't have so many, well, you don't have any interdictions with pirates whatsoever. So my suggestion is to do this. So I like ARC L1 just because it's quicker and easier to get to the Aaron Belt. It's very close to ArcCorp, which if you're mining on Lyria, it's not a big deal. This is where the refinery's at. So let's begin. So before we bring our ship in, the first thing we want to do is make sure we have all the modules on it that we want. So I'm going to bring up my prospector here and show you what I mine with. So I have a Lancet mining laserhead, which is the one that, in my opinion, is probably the better one to begin with. It does cost a little money, but that's all right. Then the next thing is surge modules. Now, surge modules you can go get at Hurston. You were able to get it at Hurston L1, but for some reason during this alien week or whatever, the servers aren't working right and the panels aren't working. So my suggestion is just go down to Hurston, go down to Tammy's and pick up a bunch of surge modules, bring them back to ARC L1 and have them here. I have 103 surge modules here because I use a lot of them. So I put them in slot 1 and 2, and in the third one, which I only have one Riger C2 module left, I use the Riger C2. Now what that does is it adds 8% to your optimal charging window. That's your green marker for where you want to put your laser power at. It makes it a little bit bigger, but it increases the resistance of the asteroid by 5%, which isn't a lot, but sometimes that can be more than enough. So let's just save that configuration and back out and bring our prospector in.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
I'll show you one of the biggest reasons why
Vehicle selected.
I like using
Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following locations.
the ARC L1 area, and that's because you can take off without being attacked. What was it? Pad 2. You can take off without getting attacked because you're still in the armistice zone when you warp out, when you quantum drive out. So now I was having problems with the elevators earlier where they wouldn't open all the way. And I'm sure it's just the server. It needs to be reset. I would imagine they would have done that for this alien week, but whatever. Thank you, Chris Roberts. All right, so we're going to come out here and get in our prospector. And I don't really see a lot of people mining out of here in the Aaron Belt because I just don't think they understand how easy it really is. They're so used to mining on the planets, going down, scanning for the planets, or scanning for the rocks on the planet, which is fine, and you can totally do that. I don't know about you, but I don't like mining at night because it's harder to see the terrain. But let's just turn the power on here. Now, while we got the power on, our shields are coming up. Let's just go to our mobi-glass and set course to Hurston. I'm going to bring up this little map here, and this map will show you from ARC L1 to Hurston. there is his numbers along here. The numbers, if you look at it, it says Hurston at the top. There's other places you can set course to, but if you set it to Hurston, as you're leaving arc L1, the first jump point is 14,593,000 kilometers from Hurston is where you want to drop out. So anywhere between there and the 12,680,000, if you drop out on any of these lines, you're going to drop out into the Aaron Halo mining belt. Okay? And if you're coming from Hurston going to Arc L1, these are the numbers on the right-hand side that you want to drop out to hit in those belts. Now, I think what we're going to do is we're going to hit the 14.1. We're going to come as close as we can to that. And that's where we're going to drop out a warp in. So we've got that set. Now, this is what I was talking about. Go ahead and spool up your quantum drive. Okay. And you're sitting here on the pad, totally protected. You're in the armistice zone. Go ahead and lift off just a little bit. Spin to your left. And there is the marker for Hurston. So while you're still in the armistice zone, you just wait for your calibration. There you go. And you quantum jump. And we're looking at 14.1. So we're gonna let the counter for the distance to Hurston count down until we hit about 14.1. It goes really slow when you first start off in quantum, but the longer you're in quantum, the faster those numbers tick by. So you need to keep an eye on it. And then once we do, we'll be dropping out in the middle of the Aaron belt. And then we'll begin mining from there. There we go. I minimized my map so it takes away the sound. So 14.1 is what we're looking for. Now, in order to drop back out, if you've never done this before, in order to drop out of quantum, all you do is the same button you use, push and hold, to go into quantum. You do the same thing, you push and hold to drop out of quantum. So if you've never done that before, that's how you do it. You don't have to go the full distance or wherever you have it set to. So if you look at the map, briefly, you can see our marker here is moving, and we're going to drop out at 14.1. So it's going to be right around in here is where we're going to drop out. All right, we're at 15.2. 15.1. See how it goes faster now? So 14.1. So about 14.2, I'm going to hit the brakes. There we go. Oh, and I might have missed it. Nope. I'm in the belt. See, it didn't look like I was in the belt, but I am. So when you scan, look at that. Now let's get rid of that. You can see all of these places here. Every single one around my HUD is an actual rock. So what we're going to do, because I like to set a marker, and we're going to be hunting for Quantanium, I'm going to set a route back to L1. Now the route back to L1 happens to be not that far. We're at 6.1. So we're not that far. So if you do get Quantanium, you got plenty of time to get back with your load. So let's just pick something on the way there. There we go. This one looks good. And we're going to fly in that direction. I like to go about 350 meters per second. Somewhere in there. There we go. Close enough. All right, 367. And about 3,200 meters from the rock, I like to, because I'm using my cruise control, I like to drop out. Now see, I dropped out way too late, so I'm applying some brakes here. Because I'm going to fly right past it. And we did. All right, as you see, we're not getting anything. That's because you got to bring out your mining head. All right, so bring out your mining head. Now, you can pretty much tell this is not Quantanium because the green bar is so thick. It's got to be thinner for it to be Quantanium. Now, I am close enough to this rock that I actually scanned for the composition of the rock. So there's aluminum, corundium, and bexolite. Bexolite is the next best thing to Quantanium, but it's not volatile. But it's half the price of Quantanium. So, and this is only 1%. So what that means is, of this mass of this asteroid, which is 4,931 tons, only 1.15% is bexolite. So that's not a lot. So we're looking for, realistically, a Quantanium anywhere. I like to go 15% or better. So let's find another rock. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pause until we find a Quantanium rock. Alright guys, so this is what we call a ghost rock. It's there, but it doesn't show any signs, even if you get within 300 meters of it, which should give me the composition of it. It's not. Even if I shut the mining off and back on, it still will not scan it. Even if I zoom in, so your keys for zooming in on your scanner is the period and comma key on your keyboard, and then when you do it, it's like a 2% scanning range straight in front of you. It still doesn't work. So it's hard to see, but right in underneath my surge modules is where it goes. You know, there's 179, 90 degrees, 360 degrees. You can change the scanning area, I guess is what you want to call it. And once you change it, then you scan, and anyway. So that one didn't have anything. Let's just go on to the 10.1, and we'll see you when we find Quantanium. Alright guys, we've found it. We've found the mother lode. Look at all these rocks here. And this one right there is 15.67% Quantanium. Alright, so what I did there, just so you know, I got in here, I'm roughly 500 meters away, and I couldn't tell what it was. Like if I go to this one, I can scan the rock and see that it's Quantanium, but I can't tell how much. So if you use your period and comma, you decrease your scanning radius and then scan, it will tell you what it is, what's in it. So that one's 32%. That's huge right there. All right, so we're gonna go back out to our wide scan, and then we're gonna check this rock out, which is 607 meters away. I can tell that it's Quantanium because it's a really thin green bar, but I can't tell what it was. And if you don't want to mess with your scanning range, you can just move closer, and I think you get within 300 meters ish, and then it will scan. Let's see, go just a little bit at a time here. There we go, it's starting to scan, and we're, whoa, how much is that one? Wow, see, this would be where you'd want, this is one of those big deposits where you're like, oh my god, if we had a mole, we could mine up all this stuff, and there would be huge amounts. I really wish you could set markers, but I think because this one's 42%, that's like half of this rock is Quantanium. That's going to be more than enough to fill us up. So we're going to try doing this rock right here. So we're going to get really close here, and as you can see in your upper left hand corner there's a green bar that keeps moving. Now we're at sufficient distance, but as you keep going, we're at optimal distance right there. Now I do know that the closer you get with your laser, the more heat will be put into the asteroid, and that's what actually cracks it. So let's run up our laser power here, turn it on. Now you can see we're starting to go up, and we're just kind of balanced there. I'm going to use my surge. That'll kick us way up there. Now the idea is to get inside the green bar and hold it there without dropping below until the green goes all the way to the end without going anywhere near the red. That'll crack this rock open. And then we got to crack out the individual pieces. Come on, a little bit more power. No, 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 I'm losing it. Losing it. So get on one of these lines that are forming. There we go. Nope. Stay 100%. Get in a little closer. Whatever you got to do. Get on one of these lines. You see the orange lines forming on the rock. Get on one of those. See? Now there, I went into the red. So I shut my laser off and I'm ramping it back up. It's just playing this stay in the green zone game. And this all has to do with the stability and the resistance of the rock. And of course, I think what happens is as soon as it gets up there a ways, the stability and stuff changes. Here we go. We should be able to crack it now. Back off. Okay, it cracked it, and it was barely into the red, so I don't think I destroyed too much. All right, so come and scan each piece. And this will tell you how much Quantanium's in it, in each one. So I'd scan each one, pick the one with the most Quantanium in it, and then split that one down a second time. That one's got quite a bit of Quantanium. That one's got nothing, because you can see how wide the green bar is. That one's got Quantanium in it. That's 100%. So that entire rock, and the mass is, what is that, 850? Yes, 850. 850 tons right there of Quantanium in one rock. And then this one, that one's definitely not Quantanium, but this one's got some in it too. So let's split all three of these rocks. We're going to split this one. We're going to split this one and this one. And that'll give us all the Quantanium we need out of this rock. And if we don't think it's enough to fill us, then we'll split open one of those other ones that are out here. So for right now, concentrate on splitting this one. Now we can scan each fragment here. There's only 32% of this, or 30% of this was Quantanium. There's 100% rock right there. %, and that's a yellow rock. So we're waiting for him to turn this purple outline rock. So there's another 100%. So that entire rock is Quantanium, which is what we want to take. We want to try to fill our cargo vessel with nothing but Quantanium. But I'll take, half. I'll take anywhere half and above. All right, so we got a few pieces here. This was the next one we wanted to split, and then this one? No, this one here. Well, let's just split this one since we're right here. And we'll go around the other side and split that other rock. this one's a little tricky. But not tricky enough for the captain. All right, let's see here. We've got... What is that? Yeah, that one's almost. Well, it is 100%. It's 99.99. That one's 100%. And that one's 100%. Ooh. All right. Now, where's this other 100% rock? Right here. All right. I think once we get all these split, I think we'll suck all these up and go. I really wish I could set a marker, which is coming, by the way, which is our go-to thing for Roberts, is to say, oh yeah, it's coming. 12 years in development and the game's still got stuff coming. Anyway, you should be able to drop a marker and then you can come back here. If you're working with somebody else, they could come here and mark this, and then you could quantum fly back to them and finish collecting all of this Quantanium, which would be awesome if I was working with somebody. But for right now, we hit the mother lode, but we're by ourselves. It is what it is. Go. I think I got hit by that one. It split. But anyway, we know all these are going to be 100% because that was 100% rock. But I like having all of them scanned before I start collecting. Just so I don't have to waste time scanning. I can just move over it. And that one, this one here is purple. All right, guys, we are set, ready to go. I think that's good enough. I do have the marker already set to Arc L1. Oop. So let's start collecting. See how full we can get our cargo container. And it's that simple, you know, right now. Now it shows inert material, but it's 0. So it's probably a very, very, very small percentage. All right, what else we got here? That one's 100%. It's going to be a good load here. Oh, that one's only 3%. I don't want that one yet. That one's 100%. I want to collect all the big ones first before you collect some of the smaller ones, because the smaller ones, see, I just put some burial in my cargo spot. What do we got there? There's 100%. So I took up a little room. I mean, it's still 0%, but inert materials now I'm at 0.12. It's not close enough for that one? Nope. Okay. That one's pretty much. So I think we're going to get a full load here. Then I'll show you the refinery process on the way I like to do it. Yep, this one's going to fill us right here. Here we go. And there's room to spare. All right. So shut down mining. Bring up your quantum drive and head to the marker. And before we jump, see, what did we have? Mining, we had 3177 tons of Quantanium. So let's just calculate what that's going to be here while we jump. 3177. 3177 times 88 is 280,000 ASCU or AEU, whatever it is, space bucks. So there was a simple $270,000 run. If you're looking to buy a ship, 3.5 million, make a few of these runs, even if you're in a prospector that you're renting. Now, rental of a prospector, you cannot change out the mining head, and you cannot use, I don't believe you can use the modules. I may be wrong on that, but I don't think you can. The best thing to do is save up enough money, however you're mining, however you're making money, whether you're doing bounty missions with friends, or, you know, mining with a rock on the surface with a rock miner, however you want to do it. Buy a prospector, save up some money, buy the different head, buy the modules. This is by far the easiest, simplest, fastest, in my opinion, way to make money in this game. So we're heading back to Arc L1. We're going to throw this in the refinery, and I'll show you the refinery process, and then we'll call it a video right there. So we're 1.7 away. Shouldn't be too much longer. So we haven't even started beep. So if you look in your upper right hand control panel, you'll see the little yellow light. That's signifying that you have, let's see, it's right about there. Up above though, but my finger doesn't go up that high. That signifies that you have cargo that is hazardous and that could explode. That will start beeping. You'll start hearing an audible beep when you get about halfway from your time. And I think it's 15 minutes, but I'm not positive. You guys can double check that. Just Google it. It's the easiest way to do it. And it'll tell you, you know, approximately how much time you have left. But as you can see, I was, you know, 6-7 million kilometers away from Arc L1, collected a really good Quantanium rock, and I'm heading back to refine it, and it hasn't even started beeping yet. Alright. Now this is the part that's the scary part, because anybody could interdict you from here. Anybody could come and shoot you, and it's a little risky. But as soon as you get in the armistice zone, you should somewhat be safe. They can still shoot into the armistice zone, and depending on whether they want a crime stat or not, they could just, you know, keep shooting at you. So, but I haven't found that to be true. Now maybe once this video gets out there and people understand what I'm doing, maybe so. But they have to be on the server I'm on and at the same time that I'm on. So that's not always going to happen. All right. So now I'm close enough to contact ATC. I'm going to go ahead and throttle down, coast in here. Now I have this set to the F3 button where I can call in ATC, air traffic control, and it should be STC, space traffic control, but whatever. But it hasn't been working since Alien Week, so I'm actually just going to go to my Moby Glass and go the old-fashioned way. Go to friends, call it in, and let them tell me where I need to go.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Yep, there we go. All right, put down my gear. Speed up, coast in. We're just gonna fly right up here. Get past this. I come in and I do my auto land. If you guys don't know what that is, your L button is your landing. For your landing gear, you push and hold that same button down, and it does an auto land once you get so close to the platform, and it'll set you down gently. I shut the power off, get out of my seat, because this whole time
Have a pleasant stay.
the timer's still going. The timer's still going until you get down and you put your ship into storage. So don't be diddle-dallying around. Diddle-dallying? Diddle-daddle-dallying around. Whatever it is. Some of you guys now, the guy I'm making this video for, his name is Bjorn. I'm assuming he's from, you know, the Netherlands or somewhere in that area. I hate guessing where you're from just by your name, because I got a friend of mine who goes by Ragnar Lothbrok, whatever, and he's from Indonesia. So I guarantee he's probably not Viking, but it doesn't make any difference because you can be whoever you want. I'm Captain Adonis, and I guarantee you I'm not Adonis, the god of love and war or whatever he is. All right, so get down here and
Welcome
turn your ship in.
Retrieval system.
Store it. Make sure it stores. There we go. All right. So now once it's in there, you're safe. You're good. You don't have to waste any time, you know, running around really quick. You can take your time because once it's stored, the Quantanium's paused. I'm down to 99% hydration. So let's just go ahead and head down to the refinery, and then when I come back up, hopefully we'll have some lower hydration, and I can show you exactly how to get hydration back for free without having to buy food and water, because it sucks taking your helmet off and then drinking 5 times out of your water bottle, but only eating 1 hot dog to get all your health back. I mean, they just got this backwards. These are little things. I get it. We're an alpha. You know, the game's, it's coming. It's 10 years coming, but it's, you know, they'll fix all these. What do they call those? Game-changing, meaning of life, quality of life. Quality of life changes for the game. All right. So go down to the refinery deck. You're going to get your most amount of money if you refine it here. Now, they are coming out with, they are coming out with a refinery ship. And my buddy Zanfen GMR has bought it already. Nice. Like the way you're standing.
Good to have you back.
And
see anything you like?
we'll try refining out in space versus refining at a refinery to see which is more profitable. So right now you log into your refinement center. Begin, come down here, go to your prospector, and you can see this thing is like almost full. So Quantanium 3177. Now I like to use the contract method, or whatever this is. This is your process. I like to use, where is it? Right here, the Dynex whatever, can't even read it. Anyway, that gives you the most. It's very low speed and low cost, but a high yield. So it means it's going to take some time. So this isn't something to get rich quick. This is something that you do. It's going to cost me 6,000 credits to process, you know, what did I say, 270,000 in ore? And it's going to take 1 day and 18 hours, so it's almost going to take 2 days. So this is something you do on a daily basis. You go out, you find a couple Quantanium asteroids, you come back, you throw them in the processor, and then the next day you do the same thing. And as it goes along, as you can see, I have got quite a bit ready to be delivered. And I think that's the next thing I'll show you. So let's go ahead and confirm that process. And there we go. So now it's being processed, but I've got 1,600 Quantanium there and 1,100 Quantanium there, 1,800. So what we want to do is we want to start putting this stuff in. I've grabbed some stuff. I grabbed some borax once that had some Quantanium. It was like 2%. I was bored. I grabbed some laranite and some hesphonite. They're not the greatest, but you know, hey, I grabbed them. I use those as fillers. So let's do a whole Quantanium run. So let's put these on my freelance max. I like this ship because it's got what is that? 12,000 cargo. So let's collect that. Okay. And let's collect this one because that's Quantanium. I want to do a straight Quantanium run. Collect that. We'll collect this one. So we can kind of see what a full load on the max will give you of nothing but Quantanium, and I don't know that I'll be able to do it all. I don't know that I have enough Quantanium to fill it. But we'll see. There's 1,300 more. Nope, that's borax. There's 1,800 more. It'll be close. It'll be pretty full anyway. But then this will give you an idea of how much money we're going to make. Or how much money you can make. Alright, what do we got? One left. Alright, got Quantanium and borax. Okay, that's all of it. Alright, so we didn't quite fill our freelancer. We have got 1,872 left. And if I waited, see, that's going to be too much and I wouldn't be able to fit it in there. So I got to take this. I don't have a choice. But let's go ahead and we'll load this one. Because that does have Quantanium. I just got 668 borax in it. I should just take it all. Let's just take it all. So I only need to make one trip. Do I have room to take all of it? No, that one won't take, but this one will. So we'll take this borax. So we're going to leave the Laranite and the Hesphenite. I just don't have room to take it. So now I have a full cargo ship of Quantanium with a little bit of borax. Alright, we're at 94% hydration. We haven't lost any food, but this trick will work no matter what level you're at. So let's just show you this neat little trick. We're going to go back up to the HABs section because we're going to go to the medical center. And if you go lie down on a medical bed, it will rehydrate you and refill your health. Obviously, your health will come back up if you're low on health. But if you're low on food and low on water, it'll fill both of those up to 99%. Not 100%, but 99%. And it's free. It doesn't cost you anything to go to the med center. So it's an easy way of getting your hydration and your food back. And on Arc L1, it's pretty straightforward on where to go. So we're just going to go right in here, go to the patient check-in.
Let me know if there's anything I can help you with.
It's going to tell me, what is that, room 8, room 6, room 8. So then you go back here and you find room 8. I think, it seems a little dark right in there. I think room 8 is over here. Last door here. Room 8. Yep, there we go. So you just go into room 8. Oop. Ran right into the wall. Go ahead and lay down on the bed. And you'll watch as soon as you lay down. My hydration's at 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. All right, I'm fully hydrated. I didn't need any food, but if I did, it would also fill. But I'm also going to set... Oh, that's not what I wanted. Back up. I don't have any injuries. I want to set my regeneration here. Is that where it's already at? Yeah, because I could set it to primary residence. So it's set here. I'd like to imprint, yes. Alright, so I am set to here. Alright, let's go ahead and get up. And we'll head back, get in our cargo ship, and go deliver our Quantanium. So this is going to be a kind of a twofold video for you guys. Gather a bunch of Quantanium. We hit an awesome field there. I really wished I could go back to it. And delivering Quantanium. Now, I like to deliver it to Hurston, Lorville. I find it's easier for me to find the landing bay at Hurston, and I'll show you why once we get there.
Your vehicle has been delivered.
Alright,
to the
pad
following
2.
location.
Now this is where it would be really nice if you had a bunch of people. They could help you, because if you crash or the game crashes while you're trying to deliver this cargo, you just lost all your Quantanium. And I bet you there's millions of Quantanium here. Alright, pad 2. Pad 2. On our way to pad 2. They need elevator music. Da, 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 da. That woke you up, didn't it? Alright, pad 2. And another nice thing is you don't have to take off your helmet in order to go to the med bay. So you get all your nutrients and everything in the med bay without taking your helmet off, so you don't forget and come out here and die because you forgot to put your helmet back on after eating and drinking. I hate that. Alright, so this is the Mole. It's a pretty nice ship. I like this ship. And let's get in the seat here. Enter pilot seat. My mouse, for whatever reason, just locked me over. So we'll get in the pilot seat again. There we go. All right, power on. Everything looks good. Now, while our shields are charging, we're going to bring up our quantum drive, and we're going to set course while we're just sitting here. Let's see if I can actually set it to Lorville. Nope, that's not Lorville. There's Lorville. And I can. Alright, Hurston to Lorville. Alright, now we just lift up again, and it's just like before. I'm still in the armistice zone. Quantum drive spooled up, waiting for calibration. And we're off. No! There we go. Cool. No. God damn it. Alright, let's see what happened. Hopefully I didn't lose it all. This is the downfall to this game. For those of you still with me through this entire thing.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Orale, vato, what's happening?
Oh, there we go. Oh, and I'm in my ship.
Hello, how can Miss help you today?
Nice.
Systems on.
All right. Oh, and I actually made it to Hurston that whole time. Nice. Okay. Let's just set. Wow. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the game. Lorville. Can we get there? It says we can. All right, and this is going to be pretty interesting because I'm going to show you how to get to Lorville at night. This is why I like coming to Lorville,
Engaged.
because I can figure out right where the landing zone is, whether it's day or night, because they have this big tower. Looks like a tail fin of an airplane. And if you fly to where the slope of that tail comes down to the ground, that's where the landing pads are at. All right. And that's one of the first things you see when you come in at night.
Auto travel complete.
All right, you see all those red lights. That is the tail. You straighten out. So you can see the slope going down. The landing is right there. You see those little blue lights there? That is the landing pad. So even in the darkest of night, you can find where to land in Lorville. I love that. So you can see them right there. And then right there is the tower. And then that's the landing field right there where it says, I don't know, it says something like Tesla Spaceport. Alright, so we're just going to fly in very cautiously. Watching our altitude, 7,100 feet. Because this is definitely one, when you come in here, you've got to make sure you're close enough to the landing facility before you call them for a landing pad. Because otherwise, they say, yeah, land here, and then they don't show you where it's at, and you have no clue. And you have to go back out of the area and then come back in. But when you got a cargo as precious as this, I really, really don't want to crash. So that was pure luck that
Landing complete.
crashing.
Have a pleasant stay.
See, there he says, landing complete. All right, but we're in the the contested zone, the armistice zone. So we should be all right. So let's just stay a little bit ahead. We'll stay above this for a little bit till we get within those blue markers. That was just a quick look outside. My landing strip, let's go ahead and put our gear down.
Landing gear down.
Somewhere in here, so let's go ahead and go to 0. All stop. And let's bring up our Moby glass. That's not our Moby glass. That's our Moby glass. And call in for landing.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Okay, where is it? Let's turn our lights on. Over there. All right. Well, let's head off over here. Now this is where that auto landing comes in handy, because you don't land on the surface here. You land down inside. So I like to spin upside down because the view's a little better. Whoop, whoop, I almost spun all the way around. There we go. And we're coming in, like I said, we're coming in upside down, but that doesn't make any difference. Because this is a hole in the ground and we got to land in it. So I'm going to come in straight into the hole and then I'm going to do the auto land and the ship is going to correct itself and land properly. It's one way of getting in here without destroying yourself. So as we get closer, doing 23 meters, slow down a little more. I know I'm being cautious, but I have a butt ton of Quantanium on board this ship. And I want to make sure it gets delivered. Alright, coming in here. As long as you're going nice and slow, you won't have any problems. Alright, coming down here. Now you could write this yourself if you wanted to. There we go. Auto landing turned on. It takes care of the whole thing. I'm going to turn my lights off. And auto lands with no crashing, no banging around, no nothing. It lands you nice and gently. Boom. Shut off power.
Landing
Get out of the
complete.
seat.
Have a pleasant stay.
And let's go turn in our Quantanium. So these are the two ships I highly recommend. The Max, because it's got quite a bit of room on it. So you can haul, 6 or 7, 8, 9, whatever that was, loads of Quantanium. Now where's the exit over here? Of cargo on your ship. It's a nice looking ship. I like the orange. Some people call it yellow, but I like to call it orange. Okay, call the elevator back up, because I notice sometimes the elevator will throw you depending on how it comes in. And that's something that the servers just started doing. Alright, we're in. We're gonna go to the spaceport. I like this one because it's simple to find the trade center, because that's what you have to go to. In order to drop this Quantanium off, you have to go to one of the major cities, and you have to go to their trade port. So as you're coming out of the elevator, you come down here, you're going to put your ship away. It's got to be away. It's got to be put away in order for you to process it.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
So let's go down here to the Max and store it. Now it doesn't show there's any cargo. It shows 0 cargo. Now it shows 120. But I think that's just, it's got 120 slots on it. I'm going to be really pissed if we get to the trading center and there's nothing there. There's no Quantanium. But we'll see how it goes. But like I said, it's pretty simple to get to. Got to go through all these scanning areas. You come in here, you go straight down here, and you're going to the business district. Oh, the train just left. Well, that's our luck. If I hadn't have stopped, maybe I might have got on. So we'll just wait for the next train. It's no biggie. Look around and see how nice everything looks. I mean, come on, there isn't a game out there that has, look at the detail on this fire extinguisher just on this. I mean, that, to me, guys, that's amazing. This game is amazing. Don't get me wrong. Got an inspection panel and you can read what it says. That's pretty amazing for a game like this. So I'm not going to bash it too hard, being the fact that the people still stand on the chairs and they can't get those to work right, and the elevators don't work. There's a lot of little things, but for the most part, my hat's off to all the graphic designers that worked with this. Little garbage, just like in a subway. Pretty cool stuff. You can walk around on something that's moving, which there's not a lot of games that allow you to do that. All right. So as soon as we get to the trade center, we'll trade in all the Quantanium we have. I'm going to look and see how much money we have on us right now, so we can see what our profit is. We have 5,130,000 6,536 minus, we'll see what we end up with. Yes, I use a calculator.
I have a really bad feeling about this.
Yeah, we'll see. I have a bad feeling myself too, but I hope all my cargo's intact and on there. It never used to do that. You'd crash and everything disappeared, and you didn't, you got nothing. So anyway, here's the business. You just come out, you go right, you go to the big golden Yodas there, or yogurts, golden yogurts. Go up the stairs because we're going to the business district. You go up another flight of stairs, and as soon as you do, you go off to the left, and that's going to be the kind of like the New York Stock Exchange. This is where you're going to sell your cargo, right in here. Come on down, go to one of the terminals. There's no naked people here today. There used to be. And you go to the trading and shipping console. Go to sell. Pick your ship, and it shows all the Quantanium and everything there. So let's sell the borax first. So the amount of borax I had, which was 35 tons, big deal. That's 30,000. That's not bad. I mean, 30,000 more than I had before. Okay. And this is the biggie. 921,000 AUs for 10,000 units of Quantanium. So almost a million. 921,000. So there you go. That's not bad for a week's worth of work. Almost a million credits. And I really only went out and did 2 cargo runs a day to get that amount of money. So I'm pretty much going to tell you what our total is going to be here. We made almost a million. So 608, 825, 6 equals $951,720. That's how much money, well, dollars, space bucks, Starbucks. That's how much money we made and I think I only mined 3 of the 5 days. I did take a couple of days off from mining, so there is that. But guys, there you go. And here's all your stats up there. Agresium, Vexlite, Terranite, some of the ones we haven't even heard of. Omnipoxy, what are those? Carbon silk. So it's a pretty cool game. I can't deny it. Made quite a bit of money. I taught you guys how to use the Aaron belt for mining. It's a safer way to go. I taught you how to sell your Quantanium once you got it processed, where to bring it, how fast it is, and what to be careful for. So guys, if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up because it does help my video get out to a lot more people. Post it on your favorite forums. Post it on, your Discord channel to have people come see this video and maybe watch some of my other videos. I'd really appreciate it. Guys, I'm Captain Adonis, and I'm out.